Hey guys, welcome to Tech Vitals. Today we are going to learn about tuple in Python. So in the last video we learned about list, and this tuple is similar to list. The only difference is that tuples are immutable. So that means the tuple items cannot be changed, modified or deleted. Lists are mutable. So in the last video we saw many examples of changing or modifying or deleting the list items, but we cannot do anything like that in the tuple. So let's take a look at some of the examples. So first let's create a list of names. So let's say Paul, James and Anthony. So here we can modify the list items. So we can just do names 0 equals John. So we are just changing this Paul into John. So if we print the names, it replaces the Paul with John. And now let's create a tuple. So let's say names tuple equals, and we use this parenthesis or the small bracket to create the tuple. So let's give the same values, so Paul, James and Anthony. And let's try to change this first item just like we did for the list. So names tuple, and for this 0 index value let's change it to John and try to print this names tuple. And let's try to run this and let's see what happens. So as you can see, we got this type error and it said tuple object does not support item assignment. So that means we cannot change or we cannot modify the tuple items. So that's the difference between list and tuple. List is mutable, that is the list items can be modified, but tuples are immutable, that means the tuple items cannot be modified. And we can create the list of tuples. So let's say 1 and 2, and let's say Paul and Anthony. So here we created the list of tuples, that is the list items contains the tuple values. And in the same way we can create the tuple of list. So Paul, Anthony, and another list 2 and 3. We can also create another list, say false and true. So this is the tuple of list items. Now if we try to print the first item of this names tuple, so the 0 index value, it will print this Paul and Anthony because this is the first item of our tuple. And we can even use the loop. So name in names tuple, print name. So it's gonna print all the items that we have in this tuple. So let's run this, and we got Paul and Anthony, then 2 and 3, and false and true. So everything is similar to list, but there is no way to modify or delete these tuple items. And we can use this tuple when we want the static values for our variables so that no one can change or modify that values. So that's tuples, and that's gonna do it for this video. I'll see you soon with the next video. Till then, keep learning. Goodbye.